Do you know that many farms, in Liberia and even across our region fail not because of bad seed, not because of poor soil, not because of bad weather, not because of the lack of equipment or fertilizer? Do you know that? Yes, many farms fail because of social issues. So today I want to discuss how to resolve conflicts on the farm. All right, because where human beings are, there will always be conflict. So what do you need to know? I want to share some strategies with you. All right, yes. So follow the page, share, comment, and invite people. Let them follow us so that we can grow together as a community. All right, this is a community, so we need everybody on board because we have to work together. Yes, sure. You know, and this is what my strategy is not there to talk about agriculture, how to plant crops, how to do this, how to do that, to get better result in terms of the farm. There are other issues that I always would talk about that I've researched and developed, information or talking points to discuss so that you are placed in the right position because if you know some of these things, the communication, how to deal with people, how to manage people, how to manage workers, how to manage conflicts, you will be able to do well because there are many people, there are many farmers who have everything in terms of production factors. All right. But one major thing that is how do you, recruit the best people? How do you manage the best people? And how do you deal with conflict that will arise? Because wherever human beings are, there will be conflict. All right. Yes. The interesting thing is that conflict is a common thing on the farms. So wherever you have farm, there will be conflict. All right. And conflict always takes place between, the workers, family members, people who are, neighbors, and people who are also buyers. There are people who, conflict arises between buyers and farm workers. And you have to be able to deal with that, all right? So there will always be conflict because people will always meet and interact. So you as a farmer or a lead in terms of managing a farm, you need to know how to deal with conflict. Not just how to deal with it, but how to resolve it peacefully. Yes. Remember that the way you handle disagreement will determine whether your farm, will continue to grow or will suffer setback. Yes. I hope you got that. Let me go back to that. You as a farm owner or as a head or someone managing a farm, the way you handle disagreement among workers, among people you are managing, will help your farm to continue to grow, to expand, to get better results, or will suffer setback. Conflict began very dangerous to your operations if you do not know how to manage it. And notice, all right, that a small disagreement can become a very big problem if you know it for the initial stage. Yes. So you know what happened? Most of the people who are successful farmers do not know disagreement. They do not either avoid it. They always solve it wisely. And I want you to listen to that wisely. Emphasis on wisely. So I want to share with you here, what you can do. All right. So the first thing you as a farm owner or as someone managing a farm or leading, a team need to do is to always avoid problems early. So at the early stage of anything you see as disagreement, you need to arrest it and take action immediately. If there is a conflict or maybe a disagreement, what you need to do is to listen to both sides. The people who are involved, listen to all of them. Give them time to listen to them. Let them express themselves. With that, you are beginning to solve the problem. You don't need to waste time. You always need to discuss the issues as soon as possible. So when it happens today, do not allow a week or two to pass because it degenerate into something that you may not be able to control on a farm. I have some personal experience working with people here and there. Some of them are, educated or not. They will always have the issues about disagreement, about control, about power, about proximity, about loyalty. So they will always be fighting here and there, but you have to be very wise enough to know how to deal with them because you want result. And some of us who are development people, we know that we look at impact, we look at deliverables, we look at result and time management, everything we do. So we always want to make sure that there is no roadblock, there's no setback, there's nothing that will hinder our result that we intend to see or the outcome of our activity. And this is what I want to share with you, all right? Anytime you are dealing with an issue of conflict or misunderstanding between workers, what you need to focus on is a solution and not to blame other people or not to be looking for all the right and the wrong. In most instances, it widening the issues, it'll get worse and then it become uncontrollable. So be looking for solution. How do we solve this so that we move forward together? That should be your end goal in terms of dealing with the people and finding a way to solve that. Yes, and I want to say this to you. If you arrest a problem, at the early stage, it can be easily solved. Then allowing it to blow into a balloon of issues that become very uncontrollable on the farm. Two things which I consider a very important strategy is to always communicate with respect. Yes. No matter who is involved, no matter the educational level or religious background or even the age of people who are in the disagreement, always communicate with them with respect. Everyone. You always have to handle the issue with respect. You communicate with respect to each and everyone, and you remain calm. Even when people are emotional, they are beyond control, you gotta remain calm because you are the one that's supposed to put this thing under control. So when you lose your mind, you lose your intentions, take you off track, definitely it will end up into a chaotic scene that you may not be able to control. The private police have to be involved. So you have to remain calm and respectful to everyone in terms of how to handle it. Sometimes when people get on attention, they shout, they insult people as a way to tell people that they are trouble. You have to avoid that. Do not shout, do not insult people. And when you try to deal with people who are in disagreement like that, they believe that you mean well for other people. On fast and that emotion. Sometimes the people who are wrong will be emotional, they will be crying, they will be saying this, but they are the people who cause the trouble. You should not focus on the emotions, but the facts. What are the issues? Dig deeper and get the facts so that you know the root causes of things and find amicable way to handle it. And this is something you also need to use as a very basic strategy, all right? Give everyone the time to explain, to say what they want to say. Everyone should have the time to explain, all right? Yeah, because when they explain, they will be putting out words, but they are also putting out, some bitterness, some things that actually burns inside of them, that if you suppress it, will explode tomorrow. So you allow them to explain, to share, how they feel and what's happened. So with that, it becomes a way to, relieve themselves. In conflict management, that is very important. I want you to also notice that, respectful communications, helps build trust among people who are working for you. When you respectfully communicate with them, it helps to build trust in you. And then what happens also is that it helps for them to work together. Because the way you communicate with them, it helps for them to work together. And people must work together before you get a result you need. All right? The people who are clearing the land has to work with the agricultural technicians so you get a result. The people who are losing the soil, the people who are constructing the poultry house, the people who are taking care of the pig, everybody must be able to work together. Even people who come and buy from you, like the middlemen that come back from farm gate, all right? They have to be able to work together with the producer or with the farm technician or with the farm manager in order to be able to, get the result in terms of sales and productivity. And number 3 thing I also want you to look at and pay some attention to is to set clear rules and agreements. This sounds somehow, but let me explain it in detail. When people start to work and there's no clear, expectations defined that they know and they are aware of, sometimes that kind of unclear expectations lead them to misbehaving or doing things that are out of control, or maybe insulting other people, disrespecting other people, or crossing their bounds, and then it turns into issues. So these are what you need to do to be able to avoid conflicts. Before the work begins, even whether it's from the brushing to land preparation to setting up of your farm, before that work begins, you first need to explain duties and responsibilities. What people need to know that they will be doing and what people need to be responsible for. That is going to clarify and always ensure that people know what they're supposed to do and they are guided by that clear information. That's the first thing. Because when somebody's supposed to just be the one, ensuring that whatever is brought on the farm is kept clean or stored in the right place, if the person does not know that and they think that they weren't supposed to approve or to carry on approval for material or for material for the feed or for food or for that, they may be going beyond the boundary that will trigger issues or conflict. That may explode into something very uncontrollable. So you have to be able to firstly define people's duties and responsibilities. And then the second thing you also need to work on is to be able to clearly define people's wages, how much each person or a particular person will be making based upon their qualification, experience, or the nature of their job. You have to be able to define, to be a clear agreement with that. Another thing is working hours, so that people know when they're supposed to work, which hour. Because especially on farm, most times you can have labor, so people need to know when they're supposed to come to work and when they're supposed to start work and when they're supposed to end in terms of the hours. So you have to be clear and be well defined so that people know, and then people are held accountable for that. You have a way for people to be able to ask for an excuse from work, because some people don't want to stay from other work because there is no system or structure that they're supposed to ask for excuse when they are sick or when they are unable or they have some emergency, and they just stay away from work. So you have to show that they have a way to be able to excuse from work. And I want to share this, all right? You have to put important agreement into records. This is important. Yes, let people have it in black and white when there's an agreement, whether on wages, whether on the rules governing everyone on the farm, whether on the partnership and leasing agreement and everything. You have to have it written so that each and every partner has a copy that they can use for reference, and you also can use for reference in case there is a misunderstanding in the future. So clear agreement can prevent many conflicts before they even start. So if you don't want a conflict to come about, there should be an agreement that are clear and everyone is aware, informed, and you may have a way for even people to get reference to it in the future. So the key message I want you to pick up from this discussion is that conflict is not the major or the biggest threat to your farm. No, it is not. But the biggest threat to your farm is poor conflict management. If you cannot manage conflict, very well, effectively, or wisely, you will be leading into trouble that probably you cannot be able to control. There may be loss of property, loss of lives, and so on. So as the one in charge, or either the owner of a farm or a farm business, you have to be able to communicate clearly and act fairly with people. Everyone working with you, act fairly with them. Always try to resolve conflict quickly. Do not delay, because it may degenerate into issues that you may not be able to control or manage. Yeah. And with that, you'll be building a stronger thing and a better agribusiness. And not just a better agribusiness, but a successful agribusiness. So I want to leave these words with you, all right? A peaceful farm is a productive farm. Let me say that again. A peaceful farm is a productive farm. So you as a farm owner or manager, you have to ensure that the farm remains peaceful. And that's the only way you get the best result out of it in terms of productivity, in terms of sales, in terms of yield, in terms of income and profit. I want to encourage you to always resolve conflict with wisdom. Then the emphasis is on wisdom. Wow. Thank you so much. Have a good day. All right.